So Matt, what drew you to the character of Bunny?
What drew me to the character of Bunny? Nick Cave, first and foremost, I suppose. But then, once I read the book, I thought, wow, what a great challenge. Because he's. I don't know if you know anything about the book or anything.
I've read the book, yeah.
Yeah. He's a difficult man,
yes.
As well, But there was something in there, and I just thought it was a really beautiful story, actually, about a father and a son, and about the sins of the father as well. So, yeah, I just thought, wow, what a great opportunity.
And was it difficult to find sympathy for someone as unsympathetic as Bunny?
Well, I'll let the audience decide that, but I suppose so in many ways. But my take on it was that he's a human being, and we sort of meet this man on the verge of a breakdown in his life, really. And whilst he's making choices that are at times abhorrent, he's still a human being, and I think he's deep down there's a good person in there.
Yes, I see. And do you see your responsibility as an actor more to just present the character to the audience and leave the judgment to them?
Exactly. That's exactly. Especially with a piece like this, but sort of also, I think it's really good, and I think it's really important that we do make work that does feel polarising, because otherwise, what's the point? It turns out it's just this one big homogenized, and
like the worst thing art can be is boring.
Kind of, yeah, and predictable, and Bunny just is not that.
Yes, and the show and the book, they both sort of deconstruct alpha males and womanizers as an archetype, which feels very timely post-adolescence, post-manosphere.
Yeah.
How did it feel bringing the character into this new sort of charged environment?
Again, it's, it wasn't as though that was a sort of conscious choice to go, I want to play a character like that. It like acting is, so much of it sort of is luck, really, and timing. But I also do think, in a way, I think it's quite a good time to present a character like Bunny to the world, actually. And as I say, people sort of make up their own mind on him, particularly with the, as you say, post those movements and the context now and our lens looking back at a different time. It's almost like a period piece in a way. But I think that's for audiences to decide and decipher. And actually, there's a lot about Bunny that like with any character that you play, in a way, you kind of protect them.
Yes.
And it's weird. Like, I've played like Patrick Bateman and Charles Manson, and people sort of give them an easier time than they do Bunny, in a way, which is strange.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's, and these are fucking serial killers, you know what I mean? It's like, maybe because it feels closer to home.
Yes, I see.
And there's something about the sort of domestic nature of Bunny which feels more appalling in a way, but I honestly don't know.
And was there something quite fun about embodying someone who is very domestic, very monstrous, at times also very sort of surreal?
Yeah, well, and that's sort of what I love about the piece, actually, and I think Isabella Elkoff, our director, did a wonderful job at capturing that sort of, that kind of kitchen sinkness at times, and then there's an element of it turning into this other ethereal, slightly different mode and world and form. And he's a wonderful character to play.
And what was it like acting with Raphael?
Brilliant. I can't speak highly enough of Rafa. He, because, obviously, look, he's a 9-year-old boy who's having to deal with all this really difficult material, and so much of it you can't really present to him because he's 9. But he just had this natural aptitude for being an actor and for understanding the sort of emotional depth of the story and the scene, and it was we couldn't have asked for more with Rafa. He was brilliant.
And were you swearing in front of him, or was that not allowed?
Well, so obviously on my take I have to swear.
Yeah.
And then on his take, I have to replace the word with like flip or sugar. So it was you kind of have to learn it twice over.
Was it more fun to go flip or sugar?
No, because I like saying fuck or shit. No, it's but he's 9. You've got to be conscious of it. He's a little boy, but we had a great relationship, me and him. We got on like a house on fire. And we'd laugh if I'd swear, because at times you forget, and I made a swear jar. I ended up, losing a lot of money.
How much money, roughly?
Hundreds.
Have you broken even on this show?
No. Yeah.
And what was more nerve-wracking, the singing or the dancing?
Oh yes, going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, that was all just sort of improvised stuff, really. That and the singing was nerve-wracking. Because also you're there in front of all these people that you've acted with, and also as a character, it's nerve-wracking because it's his kind of comeuppance in a way. In a way, it's his comeuppance and it's his catharsis and it's his redemption, and so you've watched all 6 of you?
Yes, I have.
Oh wow, okay. And how do you feel about Bunny?
I think that he.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Usually, it's I'm asking the questions.
Yeah. Well,
but I think that he is very unsympathetic, but I think that it's an archetype that is worth exploring in this level of detail. I think that if this was a movie, say, made maybe 10, 15 years ago, he'd be this cool Lothario figure.
Yeah.
But I liked that he was not just...
He's deeply flawed. And actually, if you look, he's not particularly successful either, really.
Yes.
He's constantly failing at it. It's not like he's this amazing Lothario who's doing well on time. It's always going wrong for him.
Yes. And it seems like that's all he has, his image. So he works so hard to retain it.
Yeah. And there's a deep sadness in there to him. But also, I don't know what you think, but I think he's funny. And there's something about him I'd quite like to go for a beer with him.
Yes, there's a reason that he's able to have the charisma that he does.
Yeah. There's something in there.
And we'll wrap up with just one more question. In previous roles, you've been bald, you've worn a mohawk. Is there any hairstyle that you won't do?
It's a very good question. I don't know. I mean, what hairstyles are, bolder than a mohawk is the truth. I don't know, really. What else is there? I've shaved it, I've done the mohawk, I've done long hair.
I suppose, is there a look that you keep trying to get cast for that's just not happening?
Oh, many, yeah, many. I'm trying to think. I've always quite wanted to play like a sort of like a New York gangster and slick it back. I've never really done that.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that's next.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of open. I quite like playing with my hair. I think it's one of the fun bits of being an actor.